Pencil's down. There it is. You see a pencil right there? Do you see this
That's
in my
it.
hand? It's fucking
It should be down.
down.
Gone.
Look
Down.
at that magic
Down.
trick. Pencil
Down.
is out. Down. It
Down.
Ramble 361, and that's it. 13 seconds. We can call it. Can't we?
I think so. Is this the SD Jones of podcasts?
Right. Special
WrestleMania
delivery
1?
Jones. Oh God! Do you think he at least got some decent cash from Vince for that level? I know it's all bullshit. I know they know what to expect. I know they know that. But do you think? Because wasn't that like Honky Tonk Man's thing? Like he never wanted to lose on TV. That was like that was like one of the golden rules back then. Was don't lose on TV.
Yeah, because it doesn't count if it's not on TV. It doesn't really count.
Right.
Like house shows don't count.
But what I don't understand is like what. Okay. Can I criticize an entertainment avenue that we've known and loved probably since we were 4 or 5 years old each?
Probably.
Why does it matter? Like, what if you lose on TV? Does that mean if you go to an X promotion, I think you'd be like, well, you got 4 losses. You know, like, why? What are you? Are they gonna be like? Well, you know, you're 7-5. Your last 12 matches, brother. I don't know, man. I'd be like, it's not real. What is?
I mean, I guess if you're looking at like as any sort of performer, whether you're performing in real actual sports like football or performance-based sports like wrestling, or you have a certain amount of pride, and of course you're playing the part.
Right.
But you don't want to look like a bitch.
Time out. Man, if you
right?
I don't know. What Washington general has been like, fuck this, I'm putting the team on my shoulders and I'm winning this game.
I'm going to try.
They know what it is. That's why I thought my favorite anecdote from wrestling was the one I've told to death, and I'm sorry I'll tell it again, but Scott Hall. When I told him, I was like, man, I was like, dude, what a push you gave Austin when that stunner. Remember when it looked like Austin was shot out of it, when it looked like Hall was shot out of a cannon? Yeah. And he said, I wasn't doing that to put Steve over. I did it to show him. He goes, at the time, he was getting an ego about not wanting to lose matches. And I was just like, look how easy it is. And then the funniest thing, and he goes, and he said, and this is what I thought was just one of the best summations of that business, right? Because he goes, Scott Hall said, what a lot of guys tend to forget is it's fake when you win too. Like it's
none of it's real.
Right. It's fake when you win too. And like so that's why I've never understood because he said he never cared about losing because he said if you're a heel, he goes, the best thing you could do for yourself as a heel, if you lose on the pay-per-view Sunday night, when you walk out Monday morning on Nitro or Raw Monday night, when you make you act like you didn't drop anything. You know what I mean? You just still walk out with the same swagger. To you, the match last night never happened. Like that.
And I wonder if our old orange buddy Trump took that piece of advice.
He had to have. Because he's so, how ingrained is he with wrestling? Right?
Oh, probably he's in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
He knew. That's what it is. That's
what you do.
Yeah, just pretend you didn't lose. That's it.
Doesn't matter how much it rips the country apart.
Nope.
As long as you don't lose.
Exactly. I didn't know that I won. I didn't lose. And then he has, fucking sadly a large percentage of the arena like, he didn't. We saw him get the 3 count, but he didn't lose. It's amazing. I mean, that group is dwindling. They're just very loud.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to be actually, they're just loud. But so now, by the way, you think it's just you and I.
Mm-hmm.
He says,
what does he say?
Are we gonna? I mean,
what does he say?
It's a film festival, and he's screening a lot of films this week.
Okay.
Do we peel back that curtain? Do we try to figure out what?
Is he just sitting in his apartment watching Beetlejuice on a loop? crying. Is that what he's doing?
Eddie, you said it. You said it. I'm just gonna leave it there. Can I tell? Boy, did I have a morning.
You did.
Can I talk about?
Do tell.
All right, so
that's what we're here for.
It's what we're here for. So as I hope all the Ramblers near Missouri know, I'm going to be headlining the St. Louis Funny Bone this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I mean, if you ever needed a reason, right?
To go to St. Louis.
To go to
St. Louis.
Get the St. Louis Blues, baby. So going. And I got this gig booked maybe a month and a half ago. Okay?
Yeah.
2 days after I got the gig, someone reaches out to me. A gentleman reaches out to me and goes, hey, I represent the blankety blank show in the morning, right? We would like to interview you for your upcoming show. Can you tell me which of these dates works best? Because we pre-taped the
local radio in St. Louis.
Hey, who's not down for that? We all, that's like...
That's part of the gig.
Part of the gig, and I thoroughly enjoy those moments. I know it sucks getting up early, but when you're in there, it's fun. For me, I try to make it fun as possible and have a good time. So he's like, it'll be at 7:15 a.m. LA time is when we're going to be taping Friday. And he goes, we pre-tape it, so don't worry. You can mention.
Oh, so you're doing it from home. You're not doing it in St. Louis.
Doing it from home. I was like,
ta-dow.
Ta-dow.
Bam.
And so I get in touch with the guy. I give him my contact number. I have his number. And so this is Friday, the day of Ramble Radio 351. To bring it back to about us, right?
Okay.
The day of Ramble Radio 351, while you all hopefully were listening and enjoying and queefing to Ramble Radio 351.
Sure.
I was up by the phone. I text the guy. It's like 7:10. Hey, man, all set to go, right? Here we go. Let's do this. 7:30 rolls by, nothing. I'm like, okay, 15 minutes. I'm assuming their previous interview went long or whatever they were doing. All right.
Sure.
7:45.
But you would expect someone to reach out on the staff to go, hey, we're running late.
We're running behind. 7:45 rolls around. Zippo. So I'm like, I'm going to call this guy. Because the text message I'd sent him when I sent him all set, it said delivered, not read. But I thought maybe he changed his privacy settings on his messaging so no one sees if he's read it or not. So I call him. Go straight to voicemail. It's like, So then I wait. 5 more minutes, and I look, and the text message now says read.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh. So I call back, and it rings. Goes to voicemail.
So that he hits decline, so it goes to voicemail.
It rang the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, what is happening right now? So I left him a message going, hey, man, all set to go when you are. Just if everything okay, just, keep me posted. I'm ready to record. And then, do you mind? Now I have receipts here. You ready?
Yeah, let me see.
I said I have to head out. And then, so at about 8:15, I text him again and go, I hope everything's okay. I have to head out the door now because I'm like, fuck that. I'm going back to bed. Fuck this shit.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
Can we reschedule? Sorry, he replies. Sorry, I was off today, so I slept in and forgot to give them your number. Oh, yeah. And he goes, yes, we can reschedule. What day works for you? And so I said...
and did you go, what day are you not going to sleep in? Would have been the smart ass answer.
What day are you going to do your job? And so I said... one of the options was for today, the day we are recording this Ramble, Tuesday.
Ramble 361.
Ramble 361, September the 19th at 9:30 in the morning, their time, 7:30 our time.
Sure.
I said, let's do that. He goes, Tuesday. Okay, I should have known. Here's his response. Tuesday, I'm going to go verbatim. Tuesday at 9:30, work for them. Okay. All right, Grimlock. Okay. All right, got Grimlock.
Tuesday, 9:30, work.
Tuesday, 9:30, work for them. Just in case I'm not working Tuesday, they'll contact you. It's just
in case. Don't you know your schedule? Like,
right?
is it you wake up every morning going, well, I don't know if I'm working today.
I don't know if I'm working. It just a snafu. I apologize for today. Thank you. And I go, no problem. Thanks. Talk Tuesday. Just letting it go. And now, because I don't know if you've been there, Eddie Pence, but in our world in stand-up comedy, a lot of clubs take morning radio, or at least they used to, very seriously.
Yeah, sometimes they'll drive you to the radio station.
Sometimes, I don't know if you've ever seen this. I have seen a comedian miss radio and get fired for the week.
Yeah, it's big.
That has happened. I've been working with it. I was opening for a guy who got fired because he missed radio the first day, and they fired him and just got a local guy to come in and headline and fill out for him. So I was fucking nervous. I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna get so I emailed the booker immediately, and I'm like, hey dude, I was there. I did what I could. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The booker of the club goes, the tone, it was all email, but he was like, oh, those guys don't mean it. They're like an internet radio show. They have no following. And I was like, God, so he didn't even set it up. They were just looking at the club's calendar, I guess, and just trying to get people on for content. Or what internet radio. Suck my dick. It's a podcast.
It's below the Ramble.
It's
as far as
if I had done like a 5:10 a.m. St. Louis, here's how to knit with Aunt Justine at 4 a.m, I would have gotten more
on AM radio.
On AM radio, I would have gotten more listeners than this shit. And then so now Andrea's like, oh God, well, you told him you would do the next one. So I was like, yeah, I know. So I'm like, here we go. So I get up today, 7 a.m. I go at 7:15. I go, just want to check in, let you know I'm all set for the 9:30 interview. Nothing. 7:45. Nothing. 7:50. Nothing. And I'm like, I'm not even calling him. I could give a fuck. I'm going to bed.
Wow.
So I go back to sleep. I wake up at around 10 a.m, and I missed some text messages.
Ooh.
Starting at 9:14 this morning. I got this.
2 hours after you've gone back to bed.
Yes.
Almost.
About an hour and a half. He goes, I got this. Now, I think this is the only way to pronounce it. I got this when. So he spells when, but there's an H at the beginning.
When.
So
maybe it's a silent H.
It might be a silent H. So Swoop texts me, I got this when my phone woke up today. I got this when my phone woke up today. I got this when my phone woke up today. Hey, Swoop, see nothing. Got this when my phone woke up today. I have the fucking Dinobots are setting.
They have their own internet talk show, and they're trying to get you to be a guest on it.
He was too busy telling someone, me not kisser, me king. Like that was what was the big day. I'm dealing with the fucking Dinobots.
When my phone woke up.
When my phone woke up today. So. Okay, it gets even better. This is not even the beginning. So I don't know, in your years of most of your stand-up, like you started your stand-up career in Los Angeles, right?
I did.
So you weren't really like the Midwest, Middle America road dog who then moved to LA.
No.
See, that's what I was.
Sure.
And so there was a comic, you may have heard the name, you may have not, named Killer Bees. Have you ever heard that name?
No.
Huge in the South.
Outside of the tag team, no.
Right. He's not the tag team. He's a stand-up comic. He spells bees, B-E-A-Z, right? Okay. Killer Bees. I've heard one of the top 5 nicest guys you'll ever meet in comedy. That's what I've heard.
Sure.
And he's very much like, I think he even, if I'm not mistaken, if it's the right guy, I think he actually looks almost just like Jeff Foxworthy, right? And and I remember I saw his headshot at every club in the South, right? When I would perform, and it was one of those, like, I remember there's some markets I would work at where like it was sold out months in advance when he was coming to town, right? Like,
as a lot of those fucking road acts are, and people never heard of them, but they make a good living.
But in like a 5 or 4 state area of the Deep South, they never have to go anywhere else. They're huge. And he was one of those guys, I remember he was one of the first ever acts I saw who only, like, because a lot of the clubs I would work back then would be Wednesday through Sunday. But this guy would just do Friday, Saturday. Like, I was like, oh, shit.
He's
like,
that fucking big.
Right. Wow. Like, man, like it was. So anyway, Killer. So then he goes, I got this when my phone woke up today. Now, Killer Bees is spelled Beaz. Is this Killer Breezes? Is this
BREZZEEZEES?
He went BREAZES. Is this Killer Breezes? I have you scheduled for next Tuesday. I should find Killer Bees and go run. Whatever you do, you don't trust me. You don't need this. You don't need this. And then he goes, can we please reschedule for Tuesday or Friday? We could also do... No, then he goes, is this Killer Breezes? I have you scheduled for next Tuesday. Beridium baloney. And cesium salami. And then he goes, I am sorry. So that was one text. So 3 texts. I got this when my phone woke up today. Then, is this Killer Breezes? I have you scheduled for next Tuesday. Then the 3rd text. I am sorry. I thought we had you down for Thursday the 21st at 9:30. Can we reschedule? Can we please reschedule for Thursday or Friday? We could also do it tomorrow if that works for you. And at this point, I am done. I have no interest.
You didn't even want to tell them this is Jerry?
No, I was like, fuck him. If he's Eddie, look, you know how we had to do to find it was me? Can I show you what he had to do to find out it was me? You see that? He had to scroll that far. That's it. That's all he had to do to see the previous text where I said, good morning, this is Jerry Rocha. All set to go. That's all. He had to scroll 2 texts back on the message to see who it was. And then, so this is at 9:14 in the morning. At 2 in the afternoon, he texts, who are you? This guy has a job. This dude has been hired.
He feeds himself.
He feeds him, maybe. And then so I finally responded. I said...
He sat around from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. going, God, who is that guy? Who is that guy? Who is that guy? You know what? Fuck it. Should I text him? No, I'm not going to text him.
Well, maybe I'll text him.
It's not Killer Breeze because I just talked to him. I just emailed Killer Breezes and we're all squared away there.
We're squared away. I'm slacking on Killer Breezes in a week. I don't need to worry about sleeping in for Killer Breezes.
But I confirmed it's not Killer Breezes. Who is this?
So then I finally said, all you needed to do is just scroll up on this text thread, I told him, and you would see that I'm the comedian you had booked for an interview last Friday at 7:15 a.m., which you slept in for. Then you rescheduled me for today at 7:30 a.m. and assured me that someone would contact me if you were not available. No one did. No need to reschedule. And that's it. I hope I never hear from this person ever fucking again.
Wow. Do you even know the name of the show?
Yeah, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to, you know.
No, but I want to, after the show,
yes.
After this, I want to look it up. And
I tried looking up
know what
the
you're working
website.
with.
I tried looking up the website he sent me.
Yeah.
And like, to call it internet radio is very kind. It's very kind. It's
Is this Killer Breezes?
Killer breezes. It's fucking. Oh God, I have the Dinobots in charge of promo for this. So please, if you're anywhere near St. Louis, come out and see me this Thursday through Sunday. And if you're anywhere near Montana, go see Eddie Pence
Here in Billings
this Thursday through Saturday, right? Thursday through Saturday?
Yep.
Is that in Billings, Montana. I know if you're like at the other end of Montana, it's like an 18-hour drive, but it's worth it. Yeah. It's worth it.
Absolutely worth it.
Worth it.
So worth it.
Eddie, 20 minutes and 29 seconds. I think it's time. Can everyone sing along if you know the words?
We'll try.
All right. Well, it's all right. We're riding around in the breeze. Yeah, it's all right. Everybody, if you live the life you please, well, it's all right. Doing the best you can, well, it's all right. As long as you lend a hand. You can sit around and wait for the phone to ring at the end of the line, waiting for someone to tell you everything at the end of the line. Sit around and wonder what tomorrow brings at the end of the line. Maybe a diamond ring. There we go, baby. Well, it's all right. We're rambling here for you. Yeah, it's all right. There we go, baby. Huh? Cody's trying to get some right wing poon. Yeah, it's all right. There we go.
If he just wasn't so damn attracted to that right wing poon, he could
how
have a
much-
normal life.
A much more normal life. A much more normal.
He just loves that.
I mean, imagine him the last time he was going down on Huckabee. You better give it thumbs up to Sound of Freedom, or we ain't fucking no more.
I don't care if the producers do fill up minors or not.
If them producers do everything the minors that they say they don't do, they protect minors from. I don't care as long as you give Sound of Freedom thumbs up.
And don't forget that mud shooter. Don't
forget that
ignore the mud
shot.
shooter while you're down there.
That mud shooter's loaded up and ready to go.
Don't you forget about that mud shooter down there.
You taking me to see Killer Breezes tonight over at the... You take me to see Killer Breezes?
Don't give up so quick. You got to dig through all that hair.
You got to dig through it. Come on, we'll marry you.
What's the matter? You got to dig through that hair. You can't just give up.
You better eat my pussy good before we go see Killer Breezes live.
I don't know why he likes Huckabee.
I don't know why. It's
confusing. Very confusing.
It's rough. It's fucking rough. Look, we all know reality TV's bullshit, right? That there's no major revelation there I'm dropping?
No.
Is it? You know what upsets me though is Andrea loves that fucking Married at First Sight show where they just take random people. They have relationship experts, relationship therapists, like match.
Yeah. And then they finally reveal, they get to look at each other at the end, right?
On their wedding days when they meet.
Yeah.
And then they follow them around. Let's see how it works. It always, of course, here's the thing. So we all know reality TV's bullshit. Here's what I don't like about this show more than anything is that every season they randomly pair two people they know are not going to work so they can get ratings gold. And that's the saddest part is these people don't realize that. So they're just like, well, this is my life's Hail Mary. Maybe I'll finally meet someone. And they give her the asshole. This will be funny.
Yeah.
Give her the guy who's going to criticize her weight every 5 minutes. Like, let's get, like it's just fucking, there's no way any relationship expert would have matched some of these fucking psychos with anybody. Fucking just putting that out there. Just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Glad Andre's into it.
Oh, I guess.
Vanderpump in this.
Vanderpump. Oh, Vanderpump Roo.
Vanderpump Roo.
You want
I don't want you to come back up until Vanderpump Rules is
Not
over.
until Vanderpump Rules is over. You come up for her.
Then you come up.
If I keep farting, I keep farting. Oh man! Oh. Woo! Woo!
All right,
there we go. Do we do the announcement now? We had a big Ramble meeting.
We did.
Where was
Down
it?
there, Beverly Hills.
What restaurant was it? There's so many we go to. All the Beverly Hills steakhouses.
It's one of those fancy ones. It was just like one letter. It's like O or
right. And we just walk
M.
in. We just walk in, and they're like,
we just walk in. And they have our corner booth set up.
Right. I think only one time. I forgot. Was it Spielberg was at the booth, our booth, and we just
Tarantino.
Tarantino
was our booth,
and we just gave the host like a look, and then they got rid of it. Remember that? Was they.
Yeah, he's never been back.
I don't think
he's
so.
never been allowed back in.
No, not you. Don't sit at the Rambles. Fuck it. The matter with you?
No.
So we're big changes upcoming for the Ramble. We're just to keep it fresh.
Some scheduling format changes.
I'm thinking we're gonna ditch the top 5 for a while, not forever. Gonna put it on the back burner. Maybe the listener
start rotating.
We're gonna start. You know what I might bring back is the goosebump moment. That happened before Eddie even got here.
Yeah,
I would do the goosebump moment. That was like a moment in like a song, a book, a movie, a video game, a TV show. Give you a goosebump. Maybe Eddie and Cody and I will start geeking out over that. So just FYI, we're gonna do some things. Maybe a smidge. I don't know, but it's there. It just So don't worry if it's a different look of the Ramble.
We're gonna new Coke this shit.
We're gonna new Coke the fuck out.
Whether you like it or
not. We're Crystal Pepsiing this. We're gonna Crystal Pepsi the fucking Ramble. We're gonna new Coke and Crystal Pepsi the Ramble, because sadly we never really had regular Coke or regular Pepsi numbers. No. So we're now, if we had Coke or Pepsi numbers, we might not do any of that. But
we'd stay the course.
We'd stay the course, but we're going to do
figure a way to expand.
And by the way, thank you to all the new listeners, because it has been slowly but surely expanding. So if the old school listeners have been spreading the word, we love you and thank you
for spreading the word.
Still being here anyway. But so of course you can still email us, Ramble at the Ramble Pod. You can still follow us on Instagram at Podcast Ramble. Do we even promote Twitter, since that fucking dipshit's gonna start charging? I'm not paying to keep that fucking thing going.
It's also being investigated by the Department of Justice for some Tesla bullshit. So Twitter may be in new hands at some point.
That's what was worrying me about that auto worker strike. Was like, this motherfucker's going to benefit more than anybody, because I don't think the Tesla employees are part of that union.
Probably not.
I don't believe. So it's like, great. Now this fucking dickwad gets, But and also we're on YouTube, Eddie, the Ramble Tube.
Yeah, the Ramble
Now,
Tube.
I just basically thanked our listeners for being, I think, tremendous listeners. Is that fair to say?
Are the best listeners, probably.
The best listeners
of any podcast.
I'm looking at the positive text reviews and the 5-star ratings.
Mm-hmm.
These fucking people. These fucking people. We're still deadlocked at 138 5-star reviews. Chucky Bob Phil is still our.
Backman Phil.
How long of a run is this going to be? I'm happy for him.
Me too. I'm happy every time someone takes the crown, but I'm also anxious to see it be removed from them at the same time.
But I want to, how I want to see Deshaun Watson not do well.
Right.
But I don't want to see Nick Chubb have to go down because, you know what I mean?
Right.
Why does I think the football karma gods, did they get the wrong fucking guy?
They kind of missed. They kind of missed. They aimed it, and they missed.
I mean, was it like, okay, here's the snap, get it, and then they just, fuck, I got the wrong guy.
Fuck, he moved too quick.
We got
the wrong guy.
Got the wrong guy. Because Nick Chubb does not deserve to pay for fucking the sins of Deshaun Watson.
No, he does not.
Jesus, that poor guy. That's fucking devastating watching
it.
You weren't watching it.
I saw a still photo of it.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. How is it, Theismann? Is it like really just that?
You haven't seen it?
Mm-mm. Is it like
Hold
that's moving in a place it shouldn't move?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Oh,
you have to.
Is it that bad?
Dude.
Because I know like Aikman and Joe Buck were like, we're like, we're not showing this. Folks, we're not going to show you this.
I can't. I don't even want to see it.
Oh, fuck. That's a perfect 90-degree angle.
Yeah. It's completely like, his knee Knees are supposed to go like this, and it's sideways, and it went like it fucking went.
Fuck. Oh.
Yeah. It's destroyed. I don't see how any ligament in his knee is still intact.
And here's the sad, do you ever play again?
That to me looks like a career ender. I mean, modern medicine's great. I don't know fucking Aaron Rodgers is saying he'll be back for the playoffs with an Achilles tear. So
motherfucker, you ain't making get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the Jets aren't making the playoffs without him, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
But that's what he said.
Yeah, I'll be back for the playoffs. I got my immunization. Why does he talk like that when he's from Northern California? I've never understood that. Why does Aaron Rodgers sound like a fucking hayseed from West Virginia when he's born and raised in California?
I do not know.
Yeah, I'm immunized. Like, where did this come from? Where did he go to the fucking Brian Kelly School of Accents? Like, what happened here? What happened to this guy? Yeah, I'm immunized.
I'm immunized, man. I'm immunized. I got my Achilles immunized.
Are you from back home over in Ozarks? You get like, what the fuck is this voice? Anyway, I mean, look, there's rednecks everywhere, but I'm just saying.
Right. I'm in a family with rednecks.
Hey, man, if there's such a thing as Latino rednecks, I am in that, and there is. Oh man, so Hall of Fame hat. I don't know if we're gonna do that for a while, Eddie.
Yeah, we'll see.
So next Ramble, don't worry about lists. Is that safe to say? We'll still be here for you next Ramble.
Yes, just don't
worry.
We'll have something cooked up, and we'll inform everyone how the Ramble's changing.
Oh, if it even. What if we just end up staying?
Maybe it doesn't.
Maybe
it doesn't. Maybe we get so lazy we forget we're even talking about this right now.
Uh-oh.
And we're like that guy from the internet radio show that just fucking forgot what's happening.
Oh, fuck.
And we're just back to normal.
I think that's the title,
Killer.
by the way, is I had the Dinobots handling my PR. I think that's going to... Oh, fuck. I had the Dinobots handling my promo. So, Traveling Wilbury, Michael Miller. Hey, guys. Hope all is well. Let's ramble. Hall of Fame hat member, Traveling Wilbury member. I'm going with Lefty, Roy Orbison. Think about it. The first album featuring Lefty was a success. The second album without was a dud. That's no coincidence.
Yeah.
Eddie, who did you have?
I had what's his name? I just drew a blank. Tom
Petty.
Tom Petty.
That's a great one.
Tom Petty's my guy.
Great one. That's it. I had to go Roy Orbison as well. To me, it was either him or George Harrison because George put them all together. But dude, Roy Orbison, every time he starts singing on the songs he's on, it's just electric. And I remember that music video, how sad that was right after he died. And they're all on the train. And when it's his turn to sing, it's just the rocking chair with the guitar on it, nothing else. Fucking great. So I had to go Roy. And next Ramble, God damn it, 361, 362. Is that right? Is this 361? 362.
Yeah, that'd be 362.
We're gonna say there's no hat. Now we might pull the screw job and just give you a hat that we pick. And you have no say in it.
We may just sweet chin music you guys right through the plate glass window.
And just keep all the same segments, but just not take your feedback. That might I'm the evil commish for a reason, right?
Yeah. This comes straight from the litter box too. This is straight from the cats.
Corporate.
This is Ramble Corporate. This is not.
Whew. By the way, Eddie,
tied.
Our hands are beyond tied. It's a time of the show where it's open, close, and encore. Joe Jackson. Were you a Joe Jackson fan back in the day?
No, not particularly.
And I was such a huge one.
Really?
And especially like what validated it for me, because it was kind of like usually the music that like your parents get you into, like as you get older, you kind of feel like I need to listen to something else. But what validated it was when Anthrax covered Got the Time. I was like, oh man, time, got the time, tick, ticking on my head. Wake up. It was like, oh, fuck yeah. But so Joe Jackson, Michael Miller says, I'm not very familiar with Joe Jackson, so I'll be using the two songs I know and a random song based entirely on the title. He opens with Steppin' Out, which is my favorite Joe Jackson song because I know this song. He closes because Is She Really Going Out With Him because I know this song too. He encores with Happy Ending because every concert should end with a happy ending.
That's a good idea.
That's not a bad idea.
I like it.
Depends on where you're at. But if you go to a concert with Huckabee, is it a happy ending? If Sanders is in it.
For her, it is.
For her,
It might not be for you.
that killer breezer show get you hungry for pussy. You get hungry and eat out my cooch after.
It's okay. You could take some barbecue sauce down there if you want.
It's all right. Make it taste a little better.
It's okay. It's okay.
Poor Cody.
Hey, I don't know. It's not even poor Cody anymore. He does this to himself.
He did it to himself. He knew what he was getting into.
No, what you approach Huckabee, you're doing that on your own.
Exactly.
I'm not.
Know. Fuck that, Mike.
Take some personal responsibility.
Yes. Eddie, what did you have Joe Jackson open, close, and encore with?
Stepping out, open.
It's my favorite song of his. So good.
Okay. Closing, is she really going out with him?
Yep. You and Michael
And
Miller,
then-
2 for 2 right now.
2 for 2. Not now. We encore with Citizen Sane.
Oh, so no trifecta.
No trifecta. Citizen
Wow.
Sane.
Nice.
Citizen Sane.
So one of my favorite live albums is a Joe Jackson live album I have. And it has one of my favorite intros. Now, I'm not going to steal this opener because it was for that moment in time.
Sure.
But he did a concert in the summertime in New York City. And he walks out on stage. He sits down at the piano, and he goes, "Hello, thank you. Hot one, isn't it?" And then he just goes to the piano. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Hot time, summer in the city.
Summer in the
Back
city.
in my neck. It was fun. What a great fucking opener. I was like, Jesus, this guy. But I have him open with One More Time. Baby, one more time, say you're leaving, say goodbye. That was famously used in a Burger King commercial back in the day. One more when they talk about the double grilled patty. One more time. I encore with Is She Really Going Out with Him? And then I close with it. Then I encore Stepping Out. Stepping Out. There we go. Joe Jackson.
Right.
Now we've solved his concerts. Next Ramble, we don't know if we're going to do open, close, and encore for 362, Eddie.
We don't know.
We just don't know.
So stop asking.
Enough's enough. Enough is a goddamn... Have you seen the Soaker yet?
No, I mean...
Me neither.
It just
dropped
I think
now.
it just dropped just this minute.
That's right.
As we're doing, as we're
That's
recording.
right. I always
so.
think it's midnight the night before. Never mind. I'm hoping it's good, man. I don't want it to be the return of a Sloka, but we'll let you know Friday.
I'm all in. I'm already in.
We'll let you know Friday.
I'm all in.
Let you know Friday. So it's going to have to really take a turn for you to be like, okay, it's bad again. Right?
I mean, it's
Like-
even if it's bad, it's like, you know what? It's still Star Wars, and I'm glad they're making Star Wars, so I'm still in.
Right. Okay.
I can't be like I just don't want to be such a jaded Star Wars fan where I'm just complaining now that they're making Star Wars.
Well, here's the problem, though. I
agree-
can be jaded when it's as bad as Obi-Wan. It's like, well, I could be happy that there is Star Wars, but when it was that bad, I'm like, well, is this worth it?
There was stuff that was bad. I mean, again, there was a couple things in Obi-Wan that I enjoyed. A lot of it I could have done with it. I really wish they had taken their time and just waited and not
Yes.
tried to rush it through.
Because I think the parts of it that were bad were like laughably bad. And Star Wars, I hold it in such a high regard.
Yeah.
I don't need anything to be laughably bad after the prequels. The prequels are already laughably bad. Why do we need some just... Man, I would much rather, hey, every 2 years we get some great Star Wars shit.
But I don't think anything in Ahsoka has been as bad as the low points in Obi-Wan.
No, it's just been boring. But
It's just been those
It
first 3
hasn't.
episodes were just so. It was just so
boring.
slow.
Boring and nothing
Um,
happened. I will take boring and nothing happened over Obi-Wan and Princess Leia escaping like the little rascals. She's carrying him on, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
and
like, what
he's
do you
in a
like?
giant cloak. It was so fucking. So yeah, it. Well, I mean, I want it. Trust me, I want it to be good.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was the first one of these things. Not even Book of Boba Fett. Obi-Wan.
Book of
was
Boba Fett, I just didn't like. They could have. It was there. They just didn't do Boba right.
No, they didn't.
Like the Cad Bane stuff was great. I even liked the 2-episode Mando arc that was stuck in between. I thought that was good stuff.
Yep.
It was just like it's just not Boba Fett.
No, and the first time I've been curmudgeon-y real curmudgeon-y Star Wars fan, passive prequels, has been Obi-Wan. I was like, what is this shit?
Yeah,
That's
especially with a character like Obi-Wan, who was one of the bright spots in the prequels, was Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan.
Yes. And then it's like, oh, no, he can fuck off now. Like, it was just... Anyway, so
yeah.
I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed. Eddie, it's time to bring that pussy over here. We're reading books and playing games. Michael Miller, not really reading anything right now. Been playing a lot of Lego City Undercover on the Nintendo Switch. It could have been called Grand Theft Lego because pretty much it's a Lego version of GTA. You're an undercover cops. You don't kill people. Instead, just beat them up a little before cuffing them. And when you pull people out of their car, you say, sorry, police business, and they happily just want to run away. Great game. Really fun. Colton's playing that one, isn't he?
No, he's balls deep in GTA.
Yeah.
That's what he likes, the real stuff.
He's going for the real deal. Right now, I'm still reading Neuromancer, the original OG cyberpunk novel. Still fucking good. I'm just doing like every other day. I'll pick it up and read. Still rocking through Illusion of Gaia on my Twitch, Kick, and YouTube streams, and still playing Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield. Eddie, I think in Starfield has a really fairly robust create a player thing, create your character, and I think I've come as close as the game will allow to creating Dolomite in space. The only thing it doesn't give you are like his outfits, which I think hurts the game.
I think so too.
That hurts a little, but it should give you the outfits.
Maybe a DLC pack later on.
A Dolomite DLC. Could you imagine? Hey, we're doing a Dolomite. Like, what? A what? We're doing a Dolomite DLC pack. Killer Breezes. You reading anything? You playing anything?
As of right now, no. I'm not doing any of that.
Oh my!
At the moment.
Eddie,
So,
come on.
I know. Colton's all I told you. He's in GTA, and when he's not doing that, he's doing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I don't ever get a chance to get on the PlayStation.
You're one punch away.
That's true.
Claim it. You just claim it.
That's true. Just one gack.
And hey, guess what? It's mine now. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. There we go. Man, top 5 super groups. This was tough for me. Is this tough for you? Top 5 super groups.
Yeah, for 5.
Okay.
5 is tough.
5 was tough. Michael Miller. I was in my 20s during the 90s, and my top 5 proves it. Number 5, Traveling Wilburys. Handle with care and end of the line are timeless. Audio Slave. Chris Cornell's voice is so great. Number 3, Temple of the Dog. Did I mention how great Chris Cornell's voice was? Number 2, Mad Season. Above is one of the greatest albums ever. Number 1, The Highwaymen. Cash, Jennings, Nelson, Christofferson. Need I say more? Just a little update before I go. My immunotherapy treatments have been going well. My latest scans show a blank spot where my smallest tumor once was.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. So that's a good
buddy.
thing. Fuck yeah, Michael
Awesome.
Miller. All the love to you. Keep fighting. You got this. All right, guys. That's all I got for this episode. Take care, everybody. Love you, Michael S. Miller. Thank you, buddy. Fuck yeah. Fight that shit. Man, you got this. And there might not be a top 5 for 362, Eddie.
We don't know, so stop fucking asking.
Stop. Jesus, guys. Enough
My
emails
God.
about it. How many emails have you gotten since we've...
Dude, I shut down that email.
You closed that email
I shut it
account.
down.
What else are we supposed to do? God.
I shut it down. I don't want to read them anymore.
Fuck. My number 5. I went to Highwayman.
The Highwayman. Good one.
What was your number 5?
I went Damn Yankees.
Oh, Nuge.
With the
Nuge. Nuge and fucking Tommy Young from Styx. Fuck yeah.
Tommy Shaw
from Styx. Yeah, man.
Fucking the Nuge, man. Damn Yankees.
Damn Yankees. Look
Before
at you.
I guess he was a piece of shit back then. We just didn't know
he probably was. Well, I don't think so.
We just didn't know what a piece of shit he was.
Seems like he was pretty dyed-in-the-wool piece of shit from day one. My number 4, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and
That's my
Young.
number 4.
Look at that. Do you have Young, or did you leave him out for your number 4?
No, I have this one, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
Yep. All right.
And then we have number 3 coming up, which will be Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Oh, shit. Look at that. You put him better than Young.
Neil Young is addition by subtraction.
Wow. Shots fired.
Shots fired on Neil Young.
Wow.
Addition by subtraction.
Wow. My number 3, the Traveling Wilburys.
Oh, it's my number 2.
All right. My number 2, Eddie.
Yeah.
Am I cheating? I think I'm cheating. because they weren't a supergroup when they formed. But how do you argue against it now that it's all over? NWA.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. MC Ren was great. Dre was great. Eazy-E was great. Ice Cube was... What the fuck else? I mean...
In retrospect, they're a supergroup, right?
Yeah, I think so. Even though they didn't start that way, they kind of were. I mean, I guess you could say the Beatles, too, because of, it was just four
I guess what
legends.
they became.
Right, but I went NWA. I'm probably cheating. What was your number one?
I went Temple of the Dog.
Temple of the Dog. I had to go.
I'm Going Hungry is a great song.
I'm going hungry. It's fucking it's fucking great. I had to go way back for my number one.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Belle Biv Tony.
Tony.
Three Tonys with three different spellings. Of Tony.
Wow.
I went.
Tony.
What else could it be? I had to go Cream. Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce. Come on. In the
Cream.
White Room. Boom. You know why they called themselves Cream?
Why?
Because they, and I hate to say this, but before Macho Man, they considered themselves to be the cream of the crop of British musicians.
Wow.
So they were, because they basically said, fuck it, let's make our own super group. We're the cream of the crop. We'll call it Cream. So there you go. And and so they might have even inspired Savage's greatest promo. I don't know.
If they did, that makes them all the better, I guess.
All the better. There we go. What a list. Thank you all for what a ramble. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember, next ramble, things might be a smidge different. We don't know. But
yeah, we don't know.
We still want you here for the ride. That's all that matters. So stay safe. We love you all. Take care. We'll see you Friday for an Ahsoka wrap-up Ramble Radio. As, dare we say, I'm going to make a bold claim on Ahsoka.
Oh.
We are most likely getting into the nitty-gritty of this story.
I would imagine so. I would hope.
I think there's going to be, if it plays out the way Eddie and the way I hope it will, and the way Eddie thinks it will, then are we going to be loaded with speculation? Am I right?
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
All right, take care, everybody. We will see you soon. We love you guys. Bye.